name is Paul Spurlin. Welcome to the Paul Spurlin Show, Beyond the Mic. This is a podcast all about, well, just about anything and everything in ministry. All kinds of ministry, from church to family, marriage, raising kids, walking the walk, and much, much more. We will share the latest news, sports, current events, and what's trending and what's not. This is a show to share what all's going on in the Brotherhood, from lectureships, camps, conferences, and all other events. We're all about the search for life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. We seek to find truth, justice, and the way to Him. To keep up with what's going on with the Paul Spurlin Show, please follow us on social media, all platforms, at The Paul Spurlin, and on the website, thepaulspurlin.com. Send us an email at thepaulspurlin@gmail.com. We hope you enjoy this episode, and now, let's start the show. Good morning. Welcome to the Paul Spurlin Show. It's good to have you with us. Doing a little different today. Not mic'd up, and hopefully you hear me. If you're watching the show, let us know by saying something like, "Hey, Paul, we can't hear you." That would be great. That would help out a lot. A lot of cool things we're going to share on the show today. A little late start, some computers in different situations. The background's a little different. Still in my office, still doing some stuff. And so we will get there eventually. We're excited about it. A lot of exciting things happening around here. Let me begin by welcoming you to the Paul Spurlin Show, behind the mic. Behind the mic. There is no mic. Definitely behind it. Beyond the mic. So thank you for being with us. And I'm going to see if yeah, okay, it's working. We're good. So a lot of things happening, a lot of cool things coming up on the calendar as I get to the gaze at it over this computer as we are doing this very show right now, that we have 1 week left. I mean, technically a week and a half, and we will see you at whatever local Lads to Leaders convention that you will be attending, and good luck to you. It is what they call crunch time. We are getting prepared for this. You're getting those songs ready, tuning them up, having those pitch pipes ready to go, getting the speeches all ready, and crossing the T's and dotting the I's and things like that, getting ready for that great event. And so we're going to talk a little more about Lads in just a few minutes. I hope that you had a great Sunday. We had a great Sunday here at Piedmont Road. Speaking of that, let us thank the Piedmont Road Church of Christ for being one of our sponsors. It's eldership, it's a membership, the relationship that we share right here at this great opportunity, this great church. Appreciate them so very much. The way in which they love me and love my family, and we allow us to do ministry right here in Marietta, Georgia, and throughout the state of Georgia. It's pretty, and all over the world. In making the connections that we'll talk about in a little bit. So there is that as well. Appreciate Jovan for checking in. Thanks for being here. My buddy Jovan Pays, he's over in the great state of California, but soon we'll be calling that the great state of Alabama. He'll be at one of my favorite places in the world, Faulkner University. So excited about that. I know they are too. So hopefully you had a great Sunday, and things went well for you, and worship was great. Fellowship was great. And you were safe. We actually were under a tornado watch most of the Sunday, and our numbers still stayed pretty close to the same. So we're pretty excited about that. The time we had together was good. Had a lot of visitors. We had some folks from the Huntsville area visiting us, and it was great to have them with us, and so many others. We are blessed to have visitors with us every Sunday. We get a lot of visitors come here and visit with us. It helps, I think, that we are about 20 minutes from Truist Park, which is where the Braves used to play baseball. If you're a Braves fan, you get that. Of course, they got rained out yesterday, so that's good. They give extra day to, find a pitcher or two. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. I want to also send people to Ministry League. Ministryleague.com is the website. It is ever changing. It is prepared for the event coming up the week after Lads Convention. So Easter weekend, the next weekend, we got Ministry League Experience and a few more things. We're going to talk about that in the news. And speaking of that, let's do that. Thursday, April the 17th, kicks off the Easter edition of the Lads to Leaders conventions. We have 10 total conventions across the world. And most of them do happen on Easter weekend. And so whatever convention you intend to attend, enjoy that. Enjoy the fellowship. Enjoy the reunion of the folks you get to see once a year at that one location where you join and share the things you've learned for the Lads Leaders program. I'm a big fan of the Lads Leaders program since we do live about 25 minutes from downtown Atlanta. That's where we'll be for the Lads to Leaders convention. Appreciate the board for affording us that opportunity to have a great event right here in Hot Atlanta. And so we're excited about that. Big kudos to Philip Hines, our illustrious leader, our director of the Lads Leaders Convention in Atlanta. And then, of course, Jeff Johnson, one of the other assistant directors for that. And so we are blessed to be able to be there and to be a part of that. And Caitlin and the crew coming down and bringing the truck and doing all the things that the background stuff that needs to be done to make every convention work. We just know it from the Atlanta viewpoint. Other conventions, Atlanta, huge. There's a lot going on up there and a lot of other locations. So good luck to everybody on your travel. Be safe and have a great weekend next weekend for the Lads Leaders Convention. Let me go ahead and tell you this real quickly, a little bit about me. One of my first instructors, professors in college at Fulton University was Dr. Jack Zorn. I got to go on trips with Brother Jack, and he would call me occasionally, and we would meet at what was called Roebuck Parkway Church of Christ, and we'd meet and talk about some different programs and things going on. And I got a chance to really get to know and spend some good time with Brother Jack, and the impact he's made, not just on my family, but on I mean, would you say millions? I mean, so many people, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that he made an impact. He and Sister Frances made an impact on in their lives, the sacrifices they made to bring us to a position, to a place of understanding the importance of spiritual education for our young people, but also our adults. The Lads Leaders program is not a kid event. It's a family event. And I thank him for that. I wouldn't be where I am today without the Lads Leaders program, and I'm very thankful for that. One of the things I'd like to share with you, that those of you that maybe some new groups or maybe some older groups that you, I'm sure you know this. Hopefully you know this. When you prepare for puppets and you take those to convention and you show what you've done, and a lot of people do this. I hope you do this. Take those to a children's home. Take those to a retirement home. Do your puppet show for other folks to see what the work you've done. When you do your speeches and you get these songs ready, go places. Share what you got. You've learned a lesson, a 5-minute lesson, a speech. But once the convention is over, it's no longer a speech. It's a devotional. It's a message that you get to share with others. It's a message in your heart. And so we really want you to think about that and utilize that and understand that's something great you have to share with other people. So do that. Lads to Leaders. It's awesome. And it's always Easter weekend whenever it falls. Colorado, probably the California, I'm not sure California, but Vegas, and you got the one up in Pennsylvania. Those don't really hit on Easter because of the weather. So I get that. But those are a few weeks afterwards. So excited about what they're able to do with that too. Enjoy the convention, but don't forget, Lads to Leaders is a year-round program, and allow it to work for you because that's what the resources are there for. So keep that in mind. Now, the week after the Lads Leaders Convention, the week after Easter, don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. I got a new logo up there. We have what's called the Ministry League Experience. Okay, it's a math equation now. We had what was called Georgia School of Preaching. It is now called Citadel Bible Institute, and Citadel and Ministry League have come together to say a prayer. I'm just kidding. They come together to create a great event that will help your preachers. It'll help all of your ministers, your elders, your families, your parents, teenagers. We got a great program for teenagers. Really excited about that. Kelly Sims is spearheading. Really excited about that. We have a program for our kindergarten through fifth grade kids, nursery. This is something for everybody. So come together, be here. That's 25, 26, 27 of April. It is the weekend after the convention. If you don't go to convention during Easter, it is the next weekend right here in Marietta, right here at Piedmont Road. Love to have you. We are calling it The Summit. It's bringing everybody together on this mount we call Mount Piedmont Road. So come here and be a part of this great event. It's going to be great. We're looking forward to it. A big singing on Friday night, 25th. That's it. 7 to 9. We'll be singing and fellowship, hanging out. And then we kick it off at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. We go through 5. And those who want, we're going to go to Truist Park. Braves are out of town. We're going to watch the game on the big screen, take your lawn chairs, and grab some food at the Battery. And then we'll have worship Sunday morning, a plethora of Bible classes. We have Jake Sutton, our very own preacher here at Piedmont Road, will be teaching class in the auditorium on Sunday morning. Kristen Sampson will be teaching a ladies class. We have Caleb Norwood be teaching from Henderson Church of Christ. He'll be teaching the teen class there that morning. And then President Mitch Henry will be preaching the worship hour at 10:30, and then we'll have lunch, and that'll be the weekend. So it'll be a big weekend. It's packed. So many teachers. And as soon as this show is over, I'm going to post the schedule in the show notes right here in the show on my page and also on Ministry League, and then we'll send it out as well. And because it literally just got completed, a few different teachers were shifted around, so we had to make sure it's perfectly ready to go. So we are ready to go for that on that. So that's what I have for news. We have Lads Leaders. We have the summit coming up, and excited about all of those things. Now, don't forget, if you are coming for the ministry experience and you're wanting a little bit of the podcasting stuff and the social media awareness and understanding how to do that, all that's still here. We have the technical track, we have the preaching track, and all kinds of things for the family. So that's what's going on 25, 26, 27 of April. Hope that you'll make plans to join and be a part of that. Go to the website at ministryleague.com or citadelbible.net. Cast your net. Citadelbible.net and ministryleague.com, and they'll find all the information you need for all that there as well. As soon as this show ends, we'll make sure all those things are updated for you to download and see and take care of. Now, that being said, I get a lot of questions. In fact, I got when I was at Freed Lectures, I had an opportunity to speak at Freed Hardeman on their lectureship. And as soon as I finished, I had a gentleman from Kansas, he and his wife, their last name is Skelton family, came to me and asked to talk. We spoke, we sat down and had a nice conversation. Really good people, working with a good church in the state of Kansas. A lot of neat things going on with the congregation. There's some local community colleges in the area. They got a good college ministry going on. They're actually looking for probably what I would call a connections minister. And he asked me to put my job description down. Well, the fact of the matter is, as I am I am a connections minister. That is what I do. And so he asked, what is your job description? Well, it's changed a lot, and it ever changes. I think that's what connections ministry is, fluid. I think it's something that can change. It can shift. It can do different things. And it's different everywhere. I got somebody that I know very well who is carrying the title of connections ministry in another church not too far from here in the state of Georgia. great state of Georgia. So they're popping up. Connections Ministry is becoming a thing. It's not an associate. You're not the assistant to someone who preaches every week. That's not what a Connections Minister does. Now, I will say this. I think this is important. Anyone who claims to be a minister of the gospel, this is just me. This is Paul. This is the Paul Spurling Show, so I can say whatever I want to on the Paul Spurling Show. But what I think, if anybody is in ministry, if anybody plans to be a minister for a congregation, whether you're doing preaching ministry, youth ministry, associate, connections, family, children's, whatever it is, gentlemen need to know how to preach. You just need to know how to preach. You never know when you'll be called on to fill in. You'll never know when you'll be asked to preach, to teach, to proclaim God's word. So please know how to do that. I think that's important. So when you look at a job description of any minister, I think number one needs to be the ability to proclaim God's word. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Is it a no-brainer? Hope it's a no-brainer. I feel like that it is. So keep that in mind as we go through life doing that kind of thing. Other than that, it changes a lot depending on what you do. My responsibilities here, specifically here at Piedmont Road, and this was one of the first things, the prime thing that elders wanted me to make sure that I knew about before I took the job, was they wanted me to be responsible for education, the education program here at Piedmont Road. And so because of my experience and the research I've done in the past, 20, 25 years in ministry, and with my master's degree, which actually is in ministry from Fulton University, is I had a lot of opportunity and training in putting together and having the experience in putting together a list of classes for our adults, for our kids, curriculum for our K-5 kids and teenagers and adults. And so all of that, by the way, everything I'm talking about today is yours. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll share whatever you need, because I think in the ministry, that's what it's all about. And if you think about it, you look at ministryleague.com, both the website and the app, there's a place for resources. If you are in ministry and you are a kind-hearted individual that loves Jesus and likes to share the things you've taught, send me a PDF of what you've done, or a Word document, so we can put some stuff on there and your email address and things like that. And let's add it to that so we can share these resources with the world. That's really what that app is all about. Which we got a big thing coming up, a really big thing. If I don't mention it in the show, shoot me an email or text me or call me, Paul, what was that big thing? There is a big thing about to happen in Ministry League, and you'll find out more at that event. But because you're watching the show, I'll share it with you on the show. I just don't really feel like sharing it right now. This isn't the time. This is the time to talk about Connections Ministry. So you ask about Connections Ministry, here it is. What I do is education and outreach. That basically is the two big things the elders here wanted me to help to steer, to drive, to make happen. But I got a list here of things I'd like to share with you that I think helps in creating and helping a good Connections Ministry. About 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer than that, John can correct me on that, I guess, but John Podine and I, Dr. John Podine and I, we put together what we call the Acts approach, or the Acts factor, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, from Acts chapter 1, verse 8, the passage of starting at home and then going to the uttermost parts of the world. So Acts 1:8 starts at home, and then we work outwardly. In Connections Ministry, we have to empower and educate our own people, our church, on how to talk to people, how to create prospects for Bible study, how to invite people, and how to paint that picture and be that church, not just a picture of it, but that church that is welcoming and friendly and loving. And y'all, I'm telling you, I'm in that place. I'm in a place that loves everybody. It is incredible. I wish every congregation of the Brotherhood felt the love that I feel at this place. I'm telling you, if you ever want to know what it's about, what it's like, come on by. I'll spend time with you. You just walk through the door. Just walk through the door. That's all you need. And folks are going to take good care of you. They love us here. It's good. So Acts 1:8 is where you start. The next thing we need to understand too when it comes to Connections Ministry is set attainable goals. Set attainable goals, not just for you as a minister, but give them to your members because it offers success to your members. Short-term, small goals that are easy to attain. And as we continue in time, getting larger and larger, greater and greater, and we're able to accomplish greater things. Now, the specific goals really are specific to your congregation. What are the things that are needed where you are? If it's about building a college program, then find the members of the church that are passionate about that. Maybe a deacon might be over that, and if you don't have a minister that handles that, and find the college students. Go to the college campus. Put up a flyer. Let them know something's happened in the building. Now, if you're not directly on campus, that makes it difficult. But if you're not far away, it's not so far. You just offer free food and hangout time. And there are certain things that go with certain groups. That's something that would help college students. Anything free, I think, would be helpful. Okay. Teach and empower all members to take part in the work of the church. That's important. That's part of what I do in being the Connections minister here is to have teachers, but also train people to become teachers. The best training for becoming a teacher is sit in a classroom with someone who is teaching a class and watch what they do and take notes. Emulate the things that you see that are working and in whatever said classroom. Okay, I think that's important. So keep that in mind. Number 3, and maybe 4, I lost count. Give each member something to dream about. Give them something, a big picture thing that you want to reach one day, and let's continue to get back together and discuss those things. Number 4, or the next one. Sometimes people say number next. Funny. Anyway, ask yourself the question. This is important. Is the change that we're about to suggest, is it going to hurt your faithfulness compared to the chance of adding more people to God's family? I think that's very important to understand. It's very important to get when it comes to goal setting and things that you do. Don't change things just for the sake of changing things. And this is the next one, don't let tradition drive your decisions. Don't let tradition drive your decisions. Remember, doing the same thing over and over again with no change is the definition of insanity. Okay. If something's not working, do a little different. Do something a little different. Accomplish the goal maybe in different ways, but be open to changing the way in which you do things. Don't be a program-driven congregation. Okay. Be a Bible-driven congregation. Don't compromise the doctrine. Don't compromise the Bible. I'm not asking you to change any of that. Okay. But the way in which we meet and greet visitors and bring people in, that's important. If something doesn't work, it's okay to do something else. It's all right. It's all right. It's better to be good at 2 or 3 things, than mediocre at 5 to 7 things. I'd rather be the master of a few than a joker at a few more. So try to get that right. And the last thing here I want to share with you as far as Connections ministry goes, and there are some things in between that are important. Visiting the sick, visiting members, reaching out to those who hadn't attended in a couple of weeks. Create programs about that. Week 1, I'd shoot them a text. Week 2, I'd give them a call. Week 3, I'll visit with you if we don't see you and find out what's going on. You may be sick. We not know that. We're not mind readers, but help us out. If something's going on with you in your congregation as a member, let us know. We want to help you. We love you and want to help you. The last thing I want to share with you, really important, is don't be a salt shaker. I don't know where I got this, but I got to share this with you. Don't be a salt shaker, because you see, a salt shaker, he's only good in the kitchen. Don't be kitchen only. Where we are. Where you are, a salt shaker goes in the kitchen. The salt shaker doesn't go in the den. It doesn't usually go in the living room unless the dining table is in there. It doesn't go in the bedroom. Don't be a salt shaker. Be a coaster. Not a roller coaster, but a coaster. You know, something you put your drink on? I got my water right here. Because it can go anywhere you want to be. A coaster. You know, a coaster. When you have blanket size stickers, you can have coasters. And you can put your cool little drink right there. And it absorbs the wetness of the drink. Isn't that neat? It's like, I'm learning things I never knew anything about. This is crazy. What kind of podcast is this? Oh, sorry. What kind of podcast is this? It's mine, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's finish this up with a devotional here. I want to share with you something from. Did you get that, though? Did you understand that? The salt shaker stays in one room, but the coaster, that thing goes all over the house. You can go anywhere with that thing. When it comes to ministry, don't be a one-room person. Diversify. Be willing to go places. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Be willing to share stuff. It's kind of like we close out with the devotional each time. It's kind of like the vision of Isaiah. God interacting with Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 6, 1-8. He basically, this is a crazy time for Israel. And Isaiah has been doing some terrible things and he needs some help. And if you look at that Isaiah chapter 6, 1-8, you're going to find where all the junk in his life is taken away by that hot coal from that altar that the seraphim puts to his mouth. Well, in verse 8, what we find here is Isaiah goes from being so humiliated in the sin of his life that he kind of brings it to an understanding of, I can't look at you, Lord. My head's down, his face is down. But then he gets to the place where he opens up his heart. He understands that God can fix all those things that hurt him. And through our obedience, then it allows us to have hands up, being willing to do what God needs us to do. In Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 8, God, through scripture inspiration here, tells us, whom shall we send and whom should we send for us? Talking about him and the Lord, him and Jesus. Who are we going to send? And in verse 8, at the very bottom part of that, KJV, King James Version, or ESV, here am I, Lord, or here I am, Lord, send me. Be that person that goes. Understand that humility has to reside. Our hearts have to open, and we have to be a willing participant. Here am I, send me. Be that person. Be that person today. Start your own connections ministry. Do whatever it takes. Make those goals. Follow through. Do the things that make the impact in the lives of other people. Love people. Use that open heart, and keep that in mind. I am Paul Spurlin. This has been The Paul Spurlin Show. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, please send me an email at thepaulspurlin@gmail.com. Go to the website at thepaulspurlin.com. Check out all the stuff going on there. So many things to choose from. Love having you. Appreciate you for being here. Here at The Paul Spurlin Show and in life, we are always in pursuit of the truth, justice, and the way to Him. Take care. God bless.